ass box.
Yeah.
They decided to do a spoof on Whitlock's show of Kaepernick.
I can't believe, I do believe Whitlock because he's a imbecile. I mean, he right up there with Donald Trump in my book right now. They about on the same dumb ASS people list. Like, they on that same list. They like neck and neck for number one. Yeah, so, I mean, and I can't believe that kid.
Yes.
He got freaking bamboozled into this. Like, you have no sense of self that you want to go and be a freaking clown for this dude. Be a clown for a clown.
That's what he wanted to do.
Where they do that at? It's just so disturbing to me that people are so unaware about reality and their own reality. These are two black men that we're talking about that help to perpetuate this whole stupid narrative.
That's true.
That's exactly what they're doing.
That's true.
And these are supposed to be educated, informed people. It's scary.
It really doesn't make
It really is scary. And Jason Whitlock needs to go hide under a rock somewhere.
Yeah, you got the most kindest words this week.
I'm sorry?
You have the kind words. Yeah.
I am trying to be kind. I just told you I'm trying not to cuss. I'm trying to change my life. I'm trying to find a rehab for cussing, but I can't find one. Okay?
Yeah, but Whitlock is ridiculous, man. It doesn't make any sense. And then kid doing that, dressed up, light skin, of course, and then have on the black glove and the afro wig. You know what I'm saying? Like, really, dude. I heard that he's the musical director for Bill Maher's show. Did you know that?
Is that kid or is that play?
Kid.
I don't think so. I think it's opposite.
Wait a minute.
One of them is a musical director, but I don't think it's that one. The light skinned one is Kid.
Yes.
The other one is Play, but they're both named Christopher, right?
Right.
I think it's the
dark skinned dude is
I do.
Oh, okay.
I'm not sure, but I need to double check that because I think I looked it up, but I can't remember now that you called me out about it.
Taurus and Lisa, what did you miss? We were talking about Jason Whitlock, crazy fat ass Jason Whitlock from Fox Sports 1, doing a spoof of Kaepernick on his show with.
So describe it. Tell him what happened.
Yeah, so it was a spoof where they had Kid from Kid and Play dress up with a afro wig and a black glove like the Olympic dudes had when they did their fist pose, and they had him actually do that. You know what I'm saying? Basically spoofing the Kaepernick thing, which was just in poor taste from Jason Whitlock.
Completely. And from Kid.
And from Kid.
I mean, like I said, the whole narrative is wrong. It's not cool. It's wrong. And we talked about this earlier today, you and I, and we talked about how, with Cap and what he's doing, it's changing. He's changing history. Like, he is completely being whiteballed, as they say, from the league for doing the right thing. So was Muhammad Ali. So are the two brothers from the Olympics back in the 60s.
That's true.
I mean, these are people who were, at the time, they lost a lot. They lost everything. And that's where, the position Colin Kaepernick is in right now is about to lose all the financials and all those tangible things for a sense of, of justice for his people. And he's in jeopardy of losing a bunch of things. But 20 years from now, he's going to be looked at as a hero. And it takes a special kind of strong kind of person, actually, not just man, woman, child, to stand up for what is right, even though the cost is major.
Yeah, I mean, because he might not never play again.
I mean, that's just the reality.
It is what it is. Taking that stand, you know what I'm saying? Sacrifice for the paycheck.
But this could all change with him possibly not playing again, if this whole Michael Bennett thing is played out and controlled and the narrative is turned the right way. Because this is, it is?
You're jumping ahead. That's another topic.
Listen, I can't control my flow now. I'm just trying to talk. We're talking about it, so we might as well talk about it now.
We're going.
So this could really change that with the whole Michael Bennett getting arrested in the Las Vegas story. Because what happens is, this is confirmation and proof on videotape about what Kaepernick is saying. This is in everybody's eyes. But even though we've had video before and we've still seen cops get off, we've still seen people not, get, punished for, what they're doing. Not people, but police officers be punished for breaking the law.
Yeah.
This is proof that this happens, number one. Number two, he has the he's using his privilege. Michael Bennett is. He doesn't have the white privilege, but he does have the privilege of notoriety, fame, and money. Like, people know who he is. He has the money and the power to fight it because he has money.
Yeah.
But if this happened to you on the street, we would have been trying to find your cause. Like, okay, your Morehouse, it wouldn't have been as big a deal because you're not known like he is. Not that you're not, the man around here, you know what I'm saying? And in this podcast and the X Squad, I mean, I would have had to have, GoFundMe and all that stuff to get you out or whatever. But it would have been completely different. It wouldn't have been as many eyes on it as it is since it's Michael Bennett.
That's true. I'm trying to see if I can find it.
What are you looking for?
Looking for the Michael Bennett story right quick.
You trying to find a statement?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think everybody's probably seen the statement right about now. I mean, it basically, it really is real poignant about how, he thought about when he see his kids again. One wrong move when he see his wife again. Just completely thinking about his family. And it's just amazing to me that we still have to go through the same stuff over and over again.
Over and over again.
Yeah.
Doesn't make any sense.
It doesn't.
All right, so I got this pulled up. What I'm going to do is we're going to let people hear what we're talking about here because there's going to be some people who didn't hear this. So we're going to play this clip right quick. Michael Bennett's statement with Richard Sherman. And we're going to play that and we'll come back. We're going to continue discussing that. One moment. Cue it up.
He has so many things going on.
I do.
Game in the background.
I do. It's all good.
Music in the background. Now he's trying to get a video queued up for y'all. I mean,
it's good. It's all good.
Yeah, he's doing the most.
It sucks that
he's doing the most, but this is what he does.
That's
Where the hell is Vern?
you get a profile for the color of
Is
your
he at
skin
work?
and
I'm
tough
just used to
situation
hearing
for
him.
me. Do I think every police officer is bad? For me, it's like I said, I just want to thank my wife for supporting me. Without her, I wouldn't be able to have the strength to be up here right now. But and the whole time through the whole situation, I think people sometimes you think that the game is the most important thing, but for me, the whole time I wasn't thinking about the Super Bowl. I wasn't thinking.
My bad. I can't even dismiss that. Some like texting and all kind of stuff. You're right, but I got all kind of stuff.
You have too much going on. I told you that you have too much going on.
Here you go. Sorry.
Think about what play we were going to run against Green Bay or sacking Aaron Rodgers. I was just literally thinking about my wife and children and how much they mean to me.
Have you heard anything from the Las Vegas Police Department or anything since your statement?
No, I'm just letting my legal team and my reps take care of it. I'm trying to just come in, try to focus on the game, try to focus at the task at hand, and let everything take care of itself. But like I said, this is a tragic situation for me. I hate to be up here at this moment. Like I said, there's a lot of people who experience what I experienced at that moment, and they're not here to live to tell their story. I think about Trayvon Martin. I think about Shirley Lyles. I think about Phil Castile, Tamir Rice. So many different people that had the experience that I had, and they're not here to tell the story. So that's what it is.
I hate to have you review what happened, but in the minute or so before the episode began, who were you with? What was happening on the sidewalk, and how did it play?
I can't go into that right now. Just trying to keep it forward about just my emotions, not trying to get into the details of the situation. Just here just to let you know that, like I said, it's an emotional moment for me. I know a lot of people are like, oh, did he want this on himself? I didn't ask for this moment. It just happened to be me. And I'm just lucky to be here to be able to speak about it. At any moment, I could have made the wrong decision and whether move. It felt like I was resistant or doing something wrong, and you guys would be wearing, the Seahawks would be wearing the patch with number 72 on it. So I'm just lucky to be here right now and to be able to continuously fight for people, fight for the equality of all people, regardless of their color, regardless of their gender, regardless of all that. I'm just going to continuously do what I've been doing. It's a hard journey. Sometimes you feel like you're alone, but there's a lot of people who support me, and I just I want to keep doing what I do.
I mean, it's unfortunate. Obviously, happy that he made it out.
All right, this is Richard Sherman.
Day in the life, though. I'm sure, as he said, something that he's been through before, I'm sure, and hopefully he doesn't have to go through again. But it's no amount of money, no amount of fame, no amount of notoriety that could keep you from things like that happening to you. So just an unfortunate part of life. I'm just thankful he made it out.
You experienced anything like that personally?
Yeah. I mean, I've experienced that. I've been hemmed up, countless times when I was younger.
Sad.
You live in the inner city. That's just how it goes. They're trying to patrol the city. They're trying to keep the city safe. So, a black between the sizes of 6'4" and 5'3", and they gonna get you. But thankfully I made it out alive. He made it out alive, and we moved past it.
Sure, from your experience when a player.
All right, so that right there was Richard Sherman after Michael Bennett's part. So, an interesting part, babe, and we talk about this a lot, and some people who listen to this who may not be of our ethnicity may listen to this and don't understand. But they asked Richard Sherman, has he been through this before? Have you been through this? Oh, of course, yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Of course, like very matter-of-factly.
yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like all of us, you know what I'm saying, randomly pulled over. I done told you I done had a gun pulled up on me because they thought that my car was stolen. Like, really? I mean, this was actually a black cop rolled up on me and pulled the gun out and was just like, yo, hands up, I see. You know what I'm saying? It was all frantic and crazy. I had a car full of guys with me. We was in school, but I was visiting Virginia Beach. Dude ran up. Cops ran. I was like, man, what they running up on us for? And the next thing I know, you know what I'm saying, hands up, gun drawn on me. And then he was like, let me see this, let me see that, let me see the license, let me see registration, and whatever. And then he, said basically we had a suspicious a call about a car that looked similar to yours. It wasn't like they said it was a Cutlass Supreme. It wasn't even that car. But he was just like, you know what? And then he had to make the smart comment like, you know what? Yeah, I just had to let you know that if it came down to it, I was gonna go home that night. That's what he had to say to me. Like, I'm going home to my family that night. I'm like, what? Like, I'm a college student, bro. I ain't got no gun. I wasn't even a threat. So why I had to hear that? Why I had to hear about him and him flexing his power, his muscle, you know what I'm saying? About he gonna go home that night. Of course you got a freaking 9mm in your ass. You know what I'm saying?
God.
Of course you going home that night.
And shit, I pray that as a college kid, I get to go home to my parents too.
It was absolutely ridiculous, you know what I'm saying? But that's something you don't forget. You don't forget that. It don't make any sense. And I'm sure other people in this chat who are listening have had an incident or a similar incident of just, we call it driving while black, DWB. You know what I'm saying?
So sad that happens too often. It's a norm for us. And then, we
got a personal story.
Who has a personal story? Who has a personal story?
We do.
You just told your personal story.
Not my personal story. We have a personal story.
Oh.
Of a family member. Do you want to talk? You want to divulge into it?
You can do that. Go ahead, because I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know which one, because there's so freaking many of them. So you pull one.
The latest
The most recent one.
The most recent story.
Go ahead.
Yeah, so we get a call from our son, our youngest son, our 16-year-old son, who was just said, hey, and he basically said, well, actually, I got the call. You were actually home. I think you were in the shower. But he basically just came. He called me frantically after speaking to you and just said that his big brother got arrested. And we were like,
our 21-year-old recently graduated from college.
Got arrested. And we were like, what? 21. So his friends actually drove his car home and brought Kyle the keys and left. And so Kyle was like, basically frantically, like, Devin got arrested. What's going on, So we actually had that story. And we didn't know because at that point you don't know what's going on. All you know is, let's find out what's going on. We had to wait for him to give us that call because we don't know where he's at. We didn't know what county he was in. We didn't know any details. So finally we figured out that he was in our county near us. And
down the street from the house.
Down the street from the house.
Not even a mile away.
Right. And we ended up going and actually, basically, helping him to get out. You know what I'm saying? Which had it been some foolishness, that wouldn't have been our policy. But in his defense, it was the dumbest thing ever that he got stopped for.